All right, and we're live.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right. Morning, everybody. Seth Siegler, Chief Innovation Officer here at EXP. Got Archie, founder at Fyxer.com.
How are you, everyone? Lovely to meet you.
All right. All right. Well, super excited for this. Been following the Fyxer story myself since pretty close to the beginning. Not as long as Archie himself, of course, has been following it and creating it. But yeah, super, really cool company. Hopefully, all of you out there are already using Fyxer, but if not, we're going to talk a lot about it today and get you going on it. It's a lot of agents here at EXP are starting to see some real success with it. And one of the not only is it a very powerful piece of AI technology, it happens to be crazily easy to use. It basically does all the work for you. And maybe just as exciting, it's an included benefit for EXP agents who cap or are icon agents. In other words, we secure Fyxer for you, and you won't have to pay anything extra if you've capped or an icon agent. So yeah. So anyway, Arch, maybe I'll turn it over to you for a little bit. Maybe you can give us like a little bit of an overview about the company and yourself and stuff. And yeah, we'll just kind of go from there. We don't have a very concrete agenda here for you, folks. We're just gonna have fun and feel free to also as we talk to just interrupt us and drop your questions in, and we'll just answer as we go. And we'll have some fun here for the next half hour.
Yeah, so totally agree, and thanks for the intro, Seth. I think obviously we're going to always can't not talk about your own company, right? So I'll definitely find a moment to pitch you guys Fyxer. But the thing I think we wanted to talk a bit about today as well is about AI. Like, there's just so much hype at the moment, and there's a lot of people just being quite unhelpful in the space, in terms of saying, if you're not on the AI train, you're left behind. All of this kind of negative talk in the kind of online about AI. But what we really believe here is that, like, people completely overhype technology so often, and people are going to remain very much in the picture when it comes to relationship building and the relationship economy. And that's what we all really live in. Like, the relationship economy in real estate is so true. And the sort of future we see with AI is just being a helpful tool. And our message and our promise to users is that we save you an hour a day. We're not changing the world. We're just saving you an hour a day. And some of our happiest users just find a lot of value in that. Like, if you are someone that is out with the houses and the people all day long, and you get back in the evening and you can have an extra hour with your partner or your children or doing your hobby, versus like rummaging through your emails, trying to find the most important things to reply to, and then writing replies and scheduling meetings. Like, there are better things you can be doing these days than spending hours and hours doing that. And that's our simple promise here at Fyxer. So we're technologists, but we're not from the tech world. I actually grew up farming in the UK, as you can probably tell with my accent, with my two brothers. I'm a fourth generation farmer, and I definitely found it to be way too much of a slow pace. I enjoy the excitement of building something, and the excitement of being in where the newest thing is, and AI is that place. And about 8 or 9 years ago, we tried to launch this product, and the technology has not really been there to be able to facilitate it. But we have a product live now and used by hundreds of thousands of people all over the US and the world. And all it does is write really good emails and organize them for you. And if you're someone who lives in email, that will help you save an hour a day. And I've just loved my experience of getting to know the EXP team. I met Seth last December. I met Glenn last December as well, and I've met hundreds of agents now going across the US as well, which has been a fun journey to the different EXP events. And while what I really think that Fyxer can be to people who are starting their AI journey out is just a simple kind of first step. Um, you know, some people here may have played with ChatGPT. We're really kind of the ChatGPT for email. Like, if you spend a lot of time on email, we're right for you. If you don't, then we're not right for you. And what we want to do today, other than introduce the product a bit and show you guys how it works, is also just answer your questions. And those questions could be anything from, right, where do I start? Where do you think AI is going? Why is AI important? Anything. We want to be useful to the people here that we can support and hear and answer your questions. So
Yeah.
I don't know if there are any questions that have been coming in that you've seen, Seth, but we could have a look.
Not a ton yet, but before we get to them, I just want to sort of ask you just a couple quick questions.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, so like so you say that for those who haven't used Fyxer at all yet, so it pre-drafts responses for emails that come in, and it categorizes your emails too, right? So someone like me, and I know there's got to be I know we've actually, from my experience as an agent back in the day, I know you get a lot of email and it comes in at sort of inopportune times, right? So, an important email could get buried, like an important lead, that somebody that, that reaches out and needs help and is sort of deep in the funnel. That could get buried amongst other, noisy email. And something I think that we're seeing a lot of agents who are leveraging Fyxer do is quickly have that email identified for them by Fyxer as important, and then pre-drafting a response in their voice, right? Right, and so that seems to really be right. That in a nutshell is like what Fyxer does, though, right? Is that sort of explaining it right?
Yeah, exactly. I think what we've worked really hard on is Fyxer just working. So within 60 seconds, there's no training you have to give it, no instructions. It learns from your from how you wrote in the past. And so you'll instantly start to organize your emails.
Yeah.
Like, I ran a recruitment agency before this, which is not too dissimilar to real estate. And I would wake up in the morning, I would just have hundreds and hundreds of emails, just even before my day started. And I'd be sifting through my inbox in the morning. And that's obviously important work, but it's not where I make my money.
Right.
Like, placing people in jobs was where we make our money. And so getting me out of the stuff that's important as fast as possible and stuff that's like important and really valuable is the goal. And so yeah, the first thing we do is really clean through your inbox. We're like a very, very advanced spam filter. And we also ask those questions. So I've seen someone come in saying, are we able to custom the labels and the rules? Would help with lead gen sources and routing. So yeah, we do offer quite a bit of customization. We make it out of the box so that, like, for instance, my mum and dad have signed up. They're in their 70s, and so like it works for them. And like, it's so
Good
simple that
test.
even they can do it. It's a
That's a
good
good
test.
test. Yeah.
It's so simple. And so like it's not something you're gonna have to put a lot of time into. And so the
So
the
the labels can be customized, though, right?
they can be customized, yeah.
Yeah.
So we have kind of out the box, and then on top of that, if you want to route by domain or route by different filters, you can still do that on top.
So
Um,
yeah, and then to get started with Fyxer, you literally press like log in with Google or log in with Outlook, depending on which one you're using, and it immediately categorizes your entire inbox and starts drafting responses, right? And then you can optionally customize it if you want, but you don't have to.
exactly, yeah. So the Yeah, that's exactly it. Like
That's my
it's with a
favorite part about it.
60 second start. We have every week we have over 5,000 new people sign up and start using it. So
That's
yeah,
amazing.
all over the world, people are going through that journey. And yeah, it's 60 seconds. And then within 5 minutes or so, you've got your inbox map organized, and then
Yeah.
draft emails.
That's
Um,
that's honestly my favorite part about it because a lot of AI tools don't well, a lot of tools in general, like, don't work until you've gone through, like, an extensive setup process, and then finding the time to do that is
mm,
difficult, right? Before you start seeing the benefit. The thing I like about Fyxer, I think one of the reasons that you guys are growing so fast is because of it is you press one button and then it's working 60 seconds later. I love that, so it's no setup required. So,
yeah,
um,
there was a question I saw about
yeah, from
would
Sean.
love to learn. Oh, yeah, which
There we go.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Okay, great. Yeah. So Sean, at the moment we cover, yeah, cappers and non-cappers. We also have an offer for um non-cappers. Cappers have it for free. Non-cappers have an offer for, I believe, if like between 3 and 6 months. I'll put in the group the where you go to, which is Fyxer.exp, and you'll be able to see what offers you get. You can try the whole tool without uh, on a 7-day free trial anyway. So, and then in there you can either add your different team members. Um, was there any? There's a few more questions.
Mhm.
Uh, okay.
Luxury and non-luxury communications.
Uh,
So we may
do you
need a
have
little
two different emails? We might need a bit more information on that
I
one.
need some information on that. Yeah, because you can set your signature for sure in
Mm.
Fyxer, and and then yeah, Marisol, is it okay? Do not yet have two different emails, so it's the same email, but you would want like maybe one. How would it differentiate? How do you differentiate like a non-luxury or a luxury communication? Is there that would be the thing to know. Um, we might need, yeah, Marisol might need to circle with you afterward. But if you have two different emails, then that becomes totally doable, right? You can use them in the same Fyxer account, right? Art?
Is that you
Yeah,
can have an unlimited number? Yeah.
of email
Um,
addresses. So that's another big benefit, right? Another unlimited number of email addresses inside of Fyxer, the same account that knows you and your tone of voice and your speaking style. But you can have different signatures and so on and so forth. For those different
is it
email addresses.
is that okay? So I'm just going to share my screen because someone asked me about. Can everyone see that? Can you see that, sir?
Not yet. I think you have to present. Oh, here we
Oh,
go. Yeah.
okay, great. So this is Gmail, but it works in Outlook as well. And I, firstly, what we do is we create these labels, these 8 labels here, and they marketing is spam, newsletters, all of etc. Meeting updates is yeah, calendar invitations. Notifications is stuff like an Uber receipt or stuff like that, and then emails I need to respond. So my mornings are not fighting through what I need to reply to anymore. I'm protected by all the fact that all of this spam emails taken out, and I can just go in and click what do I need to respond to. So this is the first email I need to respond to. They said, oh, speaking back in March, would you like to catch up? And then what it's got is a drafted email for me. So this is in my tone of voice saying, yeah, great to catch up. You're right. We've had some revenue operations challenging, given that we've been growing. It's learned that from what I've been telling other people we're working on, and the past conversations with this person. And then it said, yeah, I'm happy to jump on a call. I can do London time at 5, 3, or 2. And it's looked into my calendar and let me know when I can do those times as well. And then what it's done is Fyxer's emailed me privately, confirming that I'm actually free those days. So these were the times. This is what other things I had on. And if I click this button here, it will create a calendar invitation for me as well. So I don't know how to
So
stop presenting.
So just
There we
just to
go.
drive just to drive that home. So not only is it connected to your email, it's connected to your calendar. And
Mm,
so it pre-drafts the response for you to emails that it categorizes as to be responded to, and it does not send it. Folks out there, it does not send it without you proofreading, tweaking, or just agreeing to send it, right? So for sure, don't worry about that. But the other cool thing that Arch just showed there is that if someone's asking for a time to chat or something like that, or asking for an appointment, it'll check your calendar and propose some times in that email draft for you, and then you can just click one of those buttons to create the meeting invite on your calendar. Um, that's a huge time saver right there. And I was talking to Brandon Snyder, for those agents out there, 5-time icon team leader, seeing a huge lift in his productivity and time available from Fyxer. He was telling me a story where he was spending personal time on Saturday. He was spending his personal time geeking out on some AI stuff. You may be spending it with whatever, doing whatever you want to do for fun. But he said an important, lead came in, a hot buyer, and Fyxer like flagged it for him, categorized it, made a perfect response draft with perfect time to meet. Just press send on that. That was a Saturday, and he had a deal under contract on Friday because of that sort of. He had to do. He was able to get right back to what he was doing on
mm.
Saturday. Didn't have to worry about it till Monday. Really, really quite cool.
Yeah, I think that again, it's a good example a bit about some of these AI tools where there's just so many things out there, but being able to just do one or two things really well, and
Yeah.
that's our promise really, which is like save an hour a day so you can start off that journey. It can feel a bit scary online, but actually it's like I, even me who uses all of the different tools, like my job hasn't changed that much. I actually only really use Fyxer and ChatGPT, and the odd coding tool as well, but I don't think that's super relevant here. But um, the yeah, the like again though, like if you're doing none of your sales on email, you're doing it all on SMS, then it's probably not right for you. But if you get a lot of email, then it is. Um, yeah, there's a good question that's just come in about scheduling, which we could answer from Aaron.
Yeah, that's the
This may
question
be
there.
worse,
Yeah.
but does the calendar take into account location and travel times of meetings already on the calendar when suggesting times for meetings? So yes,
Really?
yeah. So this is like uh, this is exactly what we do, because the um, the way that the Fyxer works is that it's we have access to how you like meetings in the past. So what it does is it looks at what time of day you like meetings. So I'm very much like an afternoon meeting person. Um, I I try and avoid early morning meetings. So Fyxer won't suggest times generally before like 11 a.m. And so firstly, like time of day, but then you're right, like we try and group meetings together. So both in the afternoon or whenever the individual likes them. But we also know days that you're like willing to go and meet them in person as well. So we look for patterns, and those patterns are part of the decision process. And so other patterns are like you might only do remote calls on Fridays and not do viewings on Fridays and do viewings on other days. So because if you have a Google Calendar location in the invite, then we can know that you won't be able to make the time if the travel time is more than like a few hours, say, to
Mhm.
get between one or the other, or it's built-in buffer time. So yeah, we do that. but you have to have the event, like you have to add in where the event is happening. Otherwise that won't work.
I
Hopefully
didn't
that
know
answers it.
I didn't know about that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's really more like an assistant,
Mm, exactly.
yeah, right. That's really how it behaves. Is it gets to know you, it gets to know your tone, it gets to know how and when you like to meet, and then starts performing better and better over time, like a good assistant would.
Exactly. Where can I get further training on the system? So walk me through the functionality. Okay, great. I can, if you email you guys, they have priority support. I'm just putting it in the chat. Also, this is my email address. Anyone can email me and I'll loop you into one of our agents, but we have support agents working all over the US, and Europe as well. So you can always hop on, and we offer one-to-one sessions as well. So you can have a coaching if you either have signed up and you want to ask some questions, or if you want to, before signing up, we're here to help.
Nice.
Lot of people, like, you may or may not have tried a tool like this for a very long time, or be used to signing up to tools very fast. So that's why we have a human team to help. And yeah, you can do one-to-ones. Um, okay, great. When I join other Zoom meetings, it doesn't seem to move to Fyxers. Good question. I think that the best is to ask support that, but I think you will need to approve the meeting to be recorded when the meeting starts. But I think best if you drop support an email address.
So Arch, this is about a feature we haven't talked about on this webinar yet, right? And
Mm,
that's the meeting recording. So not only does this fixer do all the email stuff that we just talked about, but it also can be, like attend your meetings like a good assistant would, right? And be able to take notes. So it records the whole meeting and then it takes notes. And then you can also go back and look at the notes, get the entire transcript if you want, or chat with the meeting transcript too, right? And ask questions about it. Um, and I'll just say that I've used a lot of other tools that do that before, but none of them come close to like the specificity and like the quality of notes that Fixer takes. It's mind blowing, very concise. It's not a lot of it's not unnecessary like wordy and stuff like that. It's like it's the right length and it's really really useful. And then you get the whole video too. And then does it use the context from meetings? Like if you and I have a meeting and it records it, and then you email me a question, does it use the context of the meeting that we just had in the email response that it drafts?
exactly. Yeah. So, for
That's awesome.
instance, if you had a Zoom meeting with someone who's potentially looking to rent a property or buy a house, like, you'll have all of the notes from all of the conversations, and you can also chat with those notes as well. So, like ChatGPT, you can, like, ask it questions, um, saying, can I do this? Can I do that? And then it will learn the context about that person. So if they email you in the future and say, oh, like, it will be able to answer the question as if they also attended that meeting.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
So
that's super cool. So yeah, so just by doing what you're doing already, like meeting with other agents that if you're attracting, meeting with those agents, it'll record those calls, and then just get to know how you talk to that person. If it's another agent, if it's a buyer or a seller, whatever, gets to know how you talk to them, how you answer those questions, what you talked about, and then in all the emails going forward between you and those other people, it's using those same type of answers and all of that previous knowledge about your previous conversations in when it pre-drafts those responses for you. So it just gets better and better and better as you use it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Is it like we have about 5 minutes left? I wondered if there's any other questions. Otherwise, I can kind of give a final where to go kind of bit of direction. Yeah. Any more group questions in the group? I'll go back on the chat and see if there's anything we might
Yeah, I
have
was just
missed.
looking in here.
We sadly don't support Apple Mail yet, but we work in Gmail and Outlook. And
well, maybe you can start giving the update, sort of, the look ahead, and then if anybody drops a question, we'll just circle right back on it at the end after we say goodbye, and it'll be awkward.
Yes, sounds great. Yeah, so just from our side, EXP have been an amazing partner, believing in us as a business, but also helping, helping agents really. Like, these tools are not like, not cheap in terms of, they're cheap in terms of your time, but it's just another tool to add. And I think that what EXP recognizes is that agents who adopt AI first will be the ones that win, and being the leader as the kind of most AI centric brokerage is the future. And I think that what's cool to see is just EXP is pulling you guys into the future, and is really sort of putting its money where its mouth is, like purchasing this for you. Like the pro plan, which every capper and icon will have, we charge it nearly $600 annually, and so everyone's getting that basically for free as part of your membership. So it's huge value add for agents. The place that then leaves us is just like, where does this go from here? And our belief is that there's still a lot more time we can save you, both in your email and meetings, and then in time we're expanding out to SMS and then to WhatsApp as well. And so other places where you're writing and drafting and sending communication on your phone or your tablet or your laptop, when you could be out with the houses and the people, and doing more deals. Like, I think that's what we all love doing. Like I ran a recruitment agency. I know exactly the buzz and the good feeling from doing more deals, and that's the place we want to get you guys to. Erin's asked a question. We have about pricing per month, and then someone's asked something about CRM. So great, a couple more questions. So free for icons and cappers today. So that's the arrangement we have with EXP, and then we have a coupon on for everyone else for the next 3 to 6 months. The plans are either $30 or $50 a month, depending on which features you go with. And there's a 7-day trial period for anyone, and without any commitment. So yeah, that's us. How do you record a meeting? There's just been a question. Oh, so let's do the CRM. Yeah, how do we record a meeting? Sorry, let's do a CRMs. The way we integrate is it's just whatever is happening today in your CRM will continue to happen. So if your emails are connected to your CRM today, we will be. If they're not, then we won't be. It's that simple, really. Like, you'll still get all of the same data syncing across if it's in your Gmail or your Outlook. And then how do we record a meeting? So here's the real magic. You don't have to press any buttons. You just have to attend the meeting, and then your assistant will be in the waiting room, and you can just let them in. It's that simple. And then at the end of the meeting, we will email you, just you, the notes of the meeting, and you can then. We also then draft an email to help follow up as well, with that as well. Actually, if you just follow the link you can use either your email or the EXP email address. If you're a capper.
Yeah, if you sign up with that /exp link, then use the email that you use in your business.
Super.
Yeah. Is that it? All right.
I think that's all. I think that's all the questions so far on
all
the
right.
half an hour.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And folks out there, if you haven't started using Fyxer yet, if you've sort of been kicking around, hopefully you saw today that it doesn't take any extra work. It's really only extra benefit. And if you're a capper or an icon, just click the button, get it installed, and then tell your fellow icons and cappers. We really want to see agents leveraging this. It's one of the Arch, are you guys you're the fastest growing company in the UK, right?
In the UK, yeah.
That's for a reason. And we're lucky enough to meet these guys in the very early going when they were at a secretive / prestigious accelerator, but very, 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 very hard to get into accelerator in San Francisco. Super, super cool that we were able to sort of align with them and then ride the wave a little bit alongside as they've blown up, right, and raised a bunch of venture capital and become the fastest growing company in the UK. That's because it's a really easy to use and really powerful, product. If you're sort of on the fence about like, gosh, I know I should be using more AI in my business, I don't know how it can help me. This is a very easy way to start leveraging AI to find some productivity and potentially, surface some extra deals in your inbox or better respond to emails. And it works just so well for agents who are out and about and just busy. It works best, works just well for anybody that's busy. And I know that's a lot of you out there. So, just click the button, get it going. And like I said, tell your fellow agents about it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
There's one more question which came through, which was, is this for internationally or only US? So it's everywhere, yeah?
Yes, it is. Yep. Armando, tell your friends and your agents. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. All cappers and icons, across the EXP globe.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, everyone. And you have my email, you have our support email, you have the EXP links. If you have any questions, we're here to help. And we love to hop on and do one-to-one sessions as well. So, we're not going to send you to some support line or some like we're here to help. We're real people. We're here to help. And if you have any questions, please let me know.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Thanks for doing this, Archie. Appreciate it. This is great, and thanks for coming, everybody.
No worries at all. Thanks so much.
Bye all.
Bye.